Welcome to the Properties to Profit podcast. I'm Michael, your host. Excited to share with you my journey from a six-figure job to building a successful real estate business. Each episode will explore various aspects of real estate investing, from wholesaling and flipping to managing rentals. I'll share the lessons and insights I've gained, aiming to help you avoid mistakes and achieve your financial goals. Expect guest experts, valuable tips, and practical advice to guide you on your own real estate journey. Thank you for tuning in. If you find any value in this podcast, please subscribe, share, and follow me on social media. Let's turn properties into profits together. Good morning, guys. On today's Monday Motivation, today I want to talk about how to keep going. I get asked all the time in my DMs from Instagram or Facebook or car meets, wherever I am, the gym. Hey, how do you keep going? How do you find the motivation to keep going? And it's not motivation, guys. It's like I have my vision board and I know my goals and all those things that I have. But I tell people all the time, your vision board and your goals don't matter, right? It all comes down to your standards. And Ben Newman really set this into place for me. He's a strength and conditioning coach and works with athletes across the country. In Alabama, he's been with them for the national championship team and all of those things. And what he really talked about is you follow your standards, right? So you just got to raise those standards, and you can't change them overnight, right? You're not going to go change the world overnight, but you got to set new standards. So for me, my standards have always been go to the gym, reading, and just work on being a better person, right? And every day every week or month, I try to level that up. So one standard I really set in place for myself is I go to the gym every day. I don't miss for any reason at all. If I'm sick, I still go. I don't make the excuse. If I'm tired, I still go. If I don't want to go, I still go. And for me, the gym is the standard that really gets my day going, because I know when my feet hit the floor and I get my blood flowing, it pumps a little bit of iron. I don't do it to stay in shape. That is a benefit that helps. I do it because it helps in between those ears, right? What happens when I get to the gym first thing in the morning? The blood starts flowing, the endorphins start releasing, and I can be a lot more positive and more productive every day. And so you got to increase your standards, right? Goals are super important, but you got to have better standards, right? So that's one thing you got to do. And so for me, my standards are I'm reading a book every day. I'm going to the gym every day. I'm writing down my thoughts, and I'm just improving myself every day. I'm feeling my emotions and my thoughts, most things that us humans don't do. Second thing you got to do is you got to have your burn, right? Your burn, it's got to be that burning desire inside your eyes, right? That fire, right? That really lights you up and keeps you going. And you got to find it within you. Everyone's a little bit different. I came from a family where I'm the first male in my family not to abuse the mother of my child, right? That's my burn. That's one of my burns, I should say. I came from a family of drug addicts and abuse, and I'm the first non-drug addict or someone who hasn't abused alcohol in my family at all, especially on the male side, more specifically on the male side, right? That's never happened with me, and it won't happen. I won't abuse drugs, and I definitely will not abuse a mother of my child. I'm not with my baby girl's mother, but I will have another kid someday, and I definitely won't abuse that mother either. And so I'm very proud of that. But that's where I came from. That's the burn that keeps me going, right? Is I want to be able to help a whole bunch of young men that look like me, or maybe they don't look like me, but I want to be able to help them see that, hey, just because you saw a whole bunch of bad shit in your life doesn't mean you have to come out that way. Doesn't mean you have to be that person that you always saw, that environment that you came from, okay? And I came from my environment, right? And I changed it, right? If you look at two people, my brother and I, he went down that path of drugs and tried to solve those problems that way. It didn't work well for him. When he was doing drugs, I don't think much of his life was going well. And now that he's not doing drugs, I see a happy kid. I see a healthy kid. I see a young man, and I call him young, he's almost 30, who's trying to become a better father, a better significant other. He's becoming a better grandson and a better son. And I'm so proud of him for that. So that's the power of taking a step and moving forward. And so how do you find that burn? Man, every burn's going to be a little bit different. For me, another burn is I don't ever want to get somewhere in life and be told I can't afford it, right? I heard that so many times as a kid, and it's like, man, I learned at a very young age. I was like 14 when 2008. Like, the government just prints money. What do you mean I can't go get what the hell I want? It's out there. I just got to go find it, and I got to work harder for it. So that's what I really encourage you guys is to find your burn. So I'm going to touch on that burn with the money thing. Growing up, I was told I couldn't have Lamborghinis. I was told I couldn't have cool cars, couldn't have nice houses, and all that bullshit. Well, I don't have a house mainly because I don't have my daughter, and I really want to have a really nice house for her, but I'm going to wait till I get custody or partial custody with her. Then I'll get a nice house. But I do have some pretty nice cars. One of the cars that I think most people would say is pretty nice. I have a Lamborghini, and I told myself 12 years old, I think, maybe 11, told my mom I was going to own a Lamborghini. And I think she did believe me, but I don't think many of my family or peers did believe me. What's funny is 20 years later, I have that Lamborghini. It's because I had that burning desire every time I went to work that I was going to have it. And there's one picture behind me, and there's a jet. I'll have a jet someday. And it's because I do not stop working until I achieve my goals, right? I've got that burn that when I set a goal, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to go to someone and say, hey, I set a goal and I didn't achieve it. I'm going to get up and do the work every day, and I may fail 100,000 times. I may. Hell yeah. Probably will, honestly. I think I'm a slow learner, but I don't quit. That is one thing I can control, is that the fact that I wake up every day and I won't quit. I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to try this word track and sales one more time. I'm going to try to manage and lead this person a little bit differently this time. If that employee quits and says I'm a bad leader, man, they're probably right today, but that doesn't mean they have to be right tomorrow. I can get better. I can choose to learn. I can choose to develop myself. I can choose who I'm around every day. And that's what I change. And that's what I control. That burn right there is, I have a little girl. She's 2. I don't want her to look at daddy, and when I'm challenging her to go do something tough, whether it's sports or art or school or whatever it is, handling emotions with another kid on the playground, or as she gets older with a significant other, whatever that looks like. And I don't want her to look at me and be like, well, dad, you said you were going to be in shape and you stopped working out. Or, hey, dad, you said you were going to have a plane and you don't have a plane. Whew, right? I think a lot of us as parents fail our kids every day because we never become what we're capable of. We get to some level of comfort and then we stop. And we expect our kids to keep going when they're discomfort in school. We expect them to get A's or B's or whatever you expect out of your kids, but you don't go do that in life every day. Well, that's the burn inside of me, is I am never going to ask my kid to push themselves when I don't push myself. I will never reach a level of business and just say, hey, I'm done. I will never reach a revenue of $5 million and say, hey, I've made it, I'm done. No, I'll continue to push myself, right? If you look at kids who don't push themselves, you can probably look at parents who don't push themselves either. Those parents may be successful by society's standards, but what do your kids see? They see you being stagnant and not moving and being acceptable to the life that you already have and you have achieved. I'm a firm believer you need to keep growing, because if you don't grow, you die. And so that is the burn within me. That is what keeps me going. You have to find that desire for you and keep going. I know that I'm going to change some little kid's life out there with my car collection. Don't know who, don't know if I'll ever know. But I know someday some kid's going to wake up, see me in a car one day and say, I'm going to have that life too. And if he looks me up on the internet, which you may not be able to Google me today, but in the next 10 years you will be able to, he's going to say, holy shit, this guy came from nothing and has that too, and he's just like me. And I want him to wake up and have that burn inside of him that he can become whatever the hell he wants to in life. That's why I keep going. It has nothing to do with me, has nothing to do with my goals. I could care less if I ever hit my goals. The only reason I want to keep going is I don't want to reach a place where someone I care about has a deadly disease or something like that they need to fight and have a strong mind. I want to be that light for them. I want to keep them pushing forward no matter what it is, and that they do not give up until they absolutely have no choice but to give up. That is my burn. I want to help as many people, and I believe I can help as many people by inspiring them for me to keep going, even when I do not want to. I don't want to keep going in my business right now, but I will not quit for my team. I will not quit for my daughter. I will not quit for my ex. I will not quit for anyone. I'm going to show them what is possible, and I'm going to keep going because I am going to hit my goals. May not hit them this year, may not hit them next year, but I will not quit. I will just learn different ways to grow and develop myself so that next attempt I get, next at bat, I'm that much closer to hitting the ball out of the park. So if you want to figure out how to keep going, you got to find that burn within you. You got to find that desire. What are you doing in life? What do you want to be known for? And then you got to raise your disciplines and your standards, right? You fall to your standards and your disciplines. So my standards are I go to the gym every day. When I'm having a bad morning, I just get my ass out of bed and let my feet hit the ground and I keep moving. Once I keep moving, I'm good. I'm only bad or sad when I'm laying in bed all day. That's it. The second I hit my feet on the ground, I'm good to go. I know I get some water in me. I'm not stopping. I'm not going back to bed no matter what. I'm going to go hit that gym. Once I hit that gym, man, I'm a different Mike. I wake up with a ton of energy after that gym and I'm ready to rip roaring and take on the day, and I'm not going to waste that day anymore no matter what has happened in my life. And I think we all can look in the mirror and say we all got problems, right? I've learned that if we all throw our problems into a bucket, we all pull our own problems back out because we don't want to mess with someone else's problems. So just attack your problems every day. Don't wait for life to happen. Don't say, oh, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. No, attack your day every single day, and you will get the life you deserve because you will have worked for it, and life gets you what you work for. So that's all I got for you guys on this Monday. I hope it gave you some peace on how to attack your day and continue. So just to wrap up, guys, you got to have the disciplines and the standards. You got to have that burn, and you got to attack your day. Those are the three things that keep me going and allow me to have a positive mindset almost every single day. So guys, I want you guys to wake up today. I want you to get out of bed. I want you to go move, get those endorphins going, attack your day, find your burn, find your reason to keep on going. It can't be the goals, can't be the Lambo, can't be the jet, can't be the $1 million in the bank, can't be the house, because all that stuff doesn't matter. When you hit those and achieve those things, I'm sure it'll give you a little bit of satisfaction. Every time I start my Lambo, I get a little bit of satisfaction. But I get more satisfaction when kids get to sit in my car. I get more satisfaction when I can push my nephew to go to the next level and he listens because he sees how hard I work and how much I've been slapped in the face and I don't quit. That gives me more satisfaction than anything else in life. And I hope that you find that for yourself. Hope you guys have a great week. Go tackle your day. Go attack your week and change your mindset, guys. Thanks. Thank you for listening to the Properties for Profit podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Follow me on social media for more updates and tips. Until next time, keep turning properties into profits.